YouTube, whoever's here. For those of you who don't know me, or just haven't been paying attention today, my name is Shawn Brodie. I am your best man for the end of the day. I am one of Mike's best friends, and he's been so graciously asked me to speak on his behalf today. And he's actually told me that if I do well enough today, I can be the best man in his next wedding. So, I got that one. Already lost the credit. But before I start, I do need to throw out a disclaimer. The owners of the beach house have asked me to remind all guests for safety and insurance reasons, please do not stand on the tables and chairs when you're giving a standing ovation at the stage. It'll be tough, but try and restrain yourself. Thank you. But in all seriousness, it's an absolute honor to be able to stand up here today and speak on. I'm a crier, I'm not gonna lie. On behalf of one of the greatest people that I have ever met, on one of the most important days of his life. It's great to be up here in front of my parents, who I've known for years. It's great to see you guys again, obviously. My parents are here, so you can blame them for what's about to happen. So they say that there comes a time in every man's life when he meets the one person that he instantly falls in love with and knows that he's going to love and cherish for the rest of his life. One person that he knows he's going to do anything for the rest of his life. For Mike, that moment happened about 15 years ago when he met me. So when I started writing this speech about 3 days ago, that's when things really hit me. How would you summarize 15 years worth of friendship into a 5 to 6 minute speech? If anyone has any ideas, like text me, because I'm still open for suggestions. But it really hit me. You can't summarize 15 years worth of friendship in that short amount of time. So that's why I clocked the speech in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So get comfy. We have a lot to get to. Mike and I, we have been through it all. Growing up, our first common bond was probably sports. I think that's safe to say. We played soccer for just a little bit over a decade. We played baseball for a couple of years. I wouldn't say I played. We were on the same team. And then we ran track through all the years of junior high together. So sports were kind of the first thing that we started building our friendship. And as we got older, we started bonding over other things, music, movies, video games, politics, although we don't always see eye to eye. So we have, a lot of similar interests, a lot of common interests. Women really never seem to be one of them, to be honest though. Throughout the years, I had a lot of girlfriends, and Mike met them. He was there. In fact, 5 or 6 years ago, had we been taking bets on which of us was going to get married first, Mike would have lost me a lot of money. So, but you don't form and keep a friendship for 15 years just because you like the same music, the same movies, whatever. Friendships of this length are quickly becoming a thing of the past if they aren't already. For me and Mike, our friendship is a lot more. We never really talk about it necessarily because we're men don't talk about our feelings. There are characteristics that Mike possesses that really, really make me very lucky to have him as a friend. Come on, Shawn. In the 15 years we've been friends, Mike and I have never been in any sort of fight or argument that I can remember. And if we had, it obviously wasn't significant enough to remember. Mike. The thing about Mike is he will always be honest with you, while still remaining respectful of your feelings and impervious to any situation. And Mike has always had my back through the very stupid things that I have done through my life. He's always been there. Sometimes he was kind of egging it on, but. He's always had my back, and he always will. But then again, we're not done with the speech yet. So, when we got to college, towards the end of college, Mike and I actually lived together for about a little over a year, and so that was fun. lots of stories that I can't really tell you today, but I'll be at the bar later if you want to hear them then. I feel like it's more appropriate. But through that time together, there was one interesting development. And enter Anne. Oh, Anne. Does Anne not look beautiful tonight? Yeah! Stunning. And all the bridesmaids, too. It's not even fair. Groomsmen, you guys clean up pretty well, too. Not bad. I mean, so many can do it. So, getting back to the speech here. I was fortunate enough to be there from the beginning when this whole thing started. I was there when Mike first met Anne, first introduced to Anne. I was there when Mike asked Anne out for the first time, and she said no. I was there for the second time that Anne asked Mike out, and she said no. It's okay, it works out in the end, though. I still remember the day, about a year ago, when Mike and Anne announced their engagement. I remember that day very vividly. The Cardinals lost the Brewers in Game 1 of the NLCS. It was a terrible day. But obviously, it was quickly turned around by your announcement. But I found out about all of this through Facebook. Yes, Facebook. 15 years worth of friendship, and I got found out through Facebook. So I texted Mike that day, and I offered him my congratulations, and he responded with, thanks. You're welcome. But knowing Mike as long as I have, and as many of you know, Mike isn't a man of many words. He's never really had a flair for the dramatic. I think that's why he keeps me around. I take care of that plenty for him. So, naturally, I was very curious about how Mike popped the big question to Anne. So I asked him. And he told me that they were getting ready to watch Young Frankenstein. And he, and I quote, just sort of asked her. At least you picked a good movie to watch, I guess. He went on to tell me that while it wasn't the most elaborate of proposals, she said yes, and that was the only thing that mattered, and obviously he was 100% correct. Now, those of you who don't know me, I am a professional therapist, the brain kind, not the physical kind, just to clarify. So by trade, I observe on a daily basis a lot of human interaction. And although you guys may not know it, I've observed you guys quite a bit throughout this whole relationship. But I've honestly never seen Mike happier than he is when he's with Anne. No, it's okay.
That's great.
But it really has been a very fascinating thing and very exciting to witness and be a part of. True story, one of the first times that I ever hung out with Anne, she punched me. Now, I'm not going to tell you where, but I will say this. Good luck tonight. That's exclusive. But in all seriousness, Anne is an incredible young woman. I don't have to tell you guys this. She's incredibly intelligent and funny, successful, motivated. She is a joy to be around. You can't help but smile when Anne is around. Mike, you have found an amazing girl, and I am so happy for you. And you deserve the absolute best, and you found her. And any girl who can take this already amazing man and make him any better, she's probably worth keeping around for a while. So as a therapist, I've done a little bit of relationship counseling, so that obviously makes me an expert. Okay, all right. But I will offer just a little bit of advice for both.
Never take love for granted. It's not something that's guaranteed. Always remember this day and these moments of love that you feel. Never forget them, and never forget this moment where your families and your friends, your loved ones, all gathered here to celebrate the love that you guys found. I feel that, I know that I am Lord of the speaker. When I say that we wish you nothing but a lifetime of happiness, success, and love. And if things don't work out, here's my card. That's a running list, by the way. Give you a great weight. So I don't want to ramble on too much longer. This is probably when we lose it. But I did want to say some few more things to you guys. Thank you both for allowing me to stand up here and speak on your behalf in front of your families and your friends. I'm usually quite eloquent, and I usually have no trouble finding the right words to say. But today, those words, they're a little hard to find. I don't believe that they're I don't believe that I'm trying to be pointy here. I don't believe there's any combination of words that have ever been written or said by minds much more brilliant than my own that could even remotely do justice to express just how much this means to me to be here. This means the absolute world. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have been a part of your relationship from the beginning, and I am beyond excited to be a part of your future as well, and to have you both a part of me. So thank you once again. I'm not done. I'm serious, I'm not. You're stealing my spot. I got serious for a second. But I've taken enough of everyone's time. I do thank you all for your patience and your attention. And if you would all join me, if you have a drink, I don't know, somewhere, I would like to propose our toast. To Mike and Ann, may you never lie, cheat, or steal. But if you must steal away each other's sorrow. And if you must lie with each other for all the nights of your lives. And if you must cheat, then cheat death. For neither of you should have to live one day without you. Cheers. Thank you.